Okay, so here's the cem3310 prototype. You can see this area right here is the actual chip part, and the controls here, and there's an IC underneath the probe there that would normally appear in the external interface. We have an input and an output. This gate in, and the envelope out on this side. I'm powering the prototype with the small power supply that's supplying .com power output, and we've got an LFO here that's generating the gate signal, and we'll be seeing some oscilloscope. Yep. Okay, so we've got attack, decay, sustain, and release controls. And this capacitor right here is the timing capacitor, and this resistor is the timing resistor. There are only two timing components that set both the attack, the decay, and the release times. We have a couple of current mirrors here, and then this pair of transistors here is the attack current source, and this is the release current source and the decay current source. Down in this area right here is an analog switch that determines which current source is going to currently be used. Okay, so this is the scope view of the output waveform. Everything is set to its shortest period right now, and you can see that it looks like a very nice waveform. Now I'll vary some of the settings. Here's the attack and the decay, the sustain setting. Go down to 0 and up to +5, and the release setting. And you can see the gate signal is the lower waveform, and its period right now is 10 milliseconds. So this is about the shortest waveform you can have. And then we'll look at some longer waveforms here. You can see the peak of the waveform here is 5 volts. So here we have approximately a 1 second duration gate signal. I've removed the gate to prevent the flickering from the chop function on the scope. So we're just seeing the output waveform right now, and our total period here is about 160 milliseconds. We still have a pretty nice looking waveform. Let me just see if I can vary that here a little bit. So the chip specs say that the waveform should vary from about 2 milliseconds to about 20 seconds on the attack, decay, and the release. Vary the sustain level here. When the sustain is at its highest setting, we get a pretty good attack and release type waveform. This operation, the gate and the trigger signals are connected together, although there is an independent trigger. The attack and the decay can be re-triggered as long as the gate is still high. Okay, this is a little harder to see because we're now at a 2-second gate time, but you can still see that it's maintaining a pretty good waveform and wave shape. Turn down the intensity just a bit here and we'll get rid of that. Oops. This is about the longest practical time I can display on the scope with its current time base. This is about 4 seconds.